Well, guys, it has been a while since I've been able to work on this. Sorry I've been gone. I've been doing a lot of work stuff trying to get money to pay for these things because they are expensive. So I'm getting back into the wiring harness and stuff like that. There's been a couple things on my Instagram and trying to figure that out. But there's a big surprise in store with the wiring harness and stuff like that, so stay tuned. But we're going to keep working at that, picking away at it, trying to figure it out. Once we do, we're going to start putting everything back in. We got some engine parts that we're going to put in to make it more reliable. We're going to be hopefully sticking around 200 horsepower and more reliability at this point, because I want to daily drive it for a bit and figure it out and get a feel for it. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. The car's been sitting. Not much is done to it, and we're just going to start picking away. I got more parts coming, more stuff, so slowly working at it. So stay tuned. Well, welcome to the new workshop where I'm going to be working on everything. As you can kind of see, it's a mess, but we are working through things. So let me kind of show you what I have here. Wires, our beautiful valve cover that was powder coated. Super nice, intake manifold, some other things, tools, stuff like that. Hopefully I'm not giving away any big hints about my future plans, but I might throw a little couple things and see if you guys can figure it out. But I've pretty much just been working. I've got the engine here on its stand. Cool thing right there. Parts from the old car and just a whole bunch of other stuff laying around, but this is my main workspace where I've been kind of going through all the wiring and stuff. So, but yeah, as you can see, from our last time that we ever worked on the wiring harness, everything's labeled. Same with over here, and I've got a lot of the plugs put in and stuff like that. And you can kind of see the pups running around right there. So yeah, it's good. The last time I did stuff on this, I pretty much power washed it and cleaned it with degreaser. I used Purple Power, which has been working really well for me. I could pretty much wipe it and like really there's nothing there to get on my hands. So it's been working pretty well. And going from there, it makes it a lot better to work with, so I'm not getting my hands all dirty and stuff like that. So yeah, getting there. It's really cool being able to see the engine still in good condition. We had the valve cover off, open to the environment and stuff like that when it was in storage. We tried wrapping it with some saran wrap, but we put like this, I forgot what they're called. They're like a little water absorbent pack. Put that in there, man, it was just full of water. So it really did its job. But yeah, other than that, transmission. We found a transmission from a 1991 Toyota Celica. So what's better about this is its transmission shifter linkage is going to be facing the correct direction rather than a MR2 linkage, which would be facing the opposite way. So hopefully this will work. I just have to find a clutch and flywheel disc that will work. The problem with the flywheel disc from the 3S GTE, pull it off right here and put it on. It's pretty darn close. As you see, it moves around that input shaft housing. So the diameter of our friction plate is a little bit larger than our input shaft. And I believe that's because the E153 that came with it is a little bit heavier duty than this transmission that came out of a stock, probably 5S FE engine. So yeah, not a lot, but we're not going to be doing big power pulls with this yet. So that's why I went with this for now. And let's see what else. Other than that, just a whole bunch of wires. Maybe you guys can figure out the hint for the big thing that I'm putting on the engine because of all these wires hanging around here. That's a big indicator of what's to come, and that might be towards the end of the video if you guys want to stick around. The other thing that might give it away is I had to do some work with the distributor. I'm trying to figure out some stuff with that. So if any of you guys are wiring experts out there and can figure it out, drop a comment in the YouTube video and tell me what you guys think is coming. So it's big news, but there's been a lot of work, a lot of figuring out, and a lot of planning. That's the big thing I've been doing, is trying to figure out where all the wires are going and stuff like that. So if you guys are looking at this and figure out from here, maybe you're an expert in wiring, that'll give it away. But for all of you that don't know, it'll be here shortly, and I'm going to tell you guys what it is. But I'm going to keep picking away at wiring stuff and measuring lengths and making sure they're all routed properly. But we're still waiting on a few components. We've got a new wideband O2 sensor coming in, which is going to be going to our 3-inch downpipe, and a new airflow or air temperature sensor, which is going to be going somewhere on our intake manifold. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I'm thinking it's going to go there. That's another big hint at what's to come. So yeah, let's get into it here in a minute. Well, I have been working on wiring for a little bit and thinking to myself how I'm going to reveal this big secret to you guys, and I think I'm just going to pull it out and explain it to you guys. It's really cool. Some amazing ingenuity behind this product, but it's going to make my life a whole lot easier, I think, and it's going to make this engine more reliable and safer down the road, and hopefully cooler down the road too. So let me pull the camera off to the side and pull it out from under the desk and show you guys. The big secret that's going in our Gen 2 3S GTE engine, I present to you the Haltech Elite 1500 ECU. What a cool product this is, and what a great company it is to be working with and figuring out all the wiring that will go to this product. I mean, it is amazing. But yeah, it's just a little tiny box. It's almost, let me pull out the old ECU. So comparison, they're pretty similar in size, I would say, but a little bit smaller, a little bit cooler design, and waterproof, other things like that, built-in boost pressure sensor. Haltech with the 1500 has 2 connector pieces, and you guys can look online and figure out more about all the cool specs and stuff like that. I don't really want to get into it. I'm not Haltech provider for you guys. That's what they're there for, but man, this thing is cool. So the main reason, the other things that come with it, cool sticker, USB stick, and its cable, and I got a couple wiring diagrams that I'll show you guys here in a sec, but that's off to the side. So, but the main reason I wanted to get a standalone ECU instead of the OEM ECU is because of the possibilities I can do with it. A lot more engine protection, a lot more tuning capabilities, and overall the wiring situation is just going to be a little bit easier on my side, because they do provide me with some cool diagrams and know-how, pretty much support all for quite a bit of the day to figure out all these things. So wiring diagram going to connector A, connector B. So the wideband O2 sensor I had to get because wideband measures a bigger air-fuel ratio, and we got a couple other things that we got to be compatible with the ECU, and more know-how here in this booklet, if you want to call it. And then we also got down here our pins, so I'll be working on depinning and pinning everything, and we got a fuse box that'll make my job a little bit easier instead of working with the OEM one. I'll probably explain it in the next video, but I mean, they have it all laid out here for ECU power, injection, ignition, fuel pump, and everything that goes with it. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a super cool product to work with, and I hope I could show you guys how I wired it all up and went from there. But I'm going to probably do more in the next video. I've got parts coming, and I'm going to start diving into explaining how all the wires go to certain parts and figuring out the ECU, and maybe I'll talk a little bit about the computer program that they have too, which is amazing too. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.